Hi, I'm Anita Potter from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to episode 8 of UFO to FO. UFO stands for unfinished objects, and FO stands for finished objects. So, pretty please like, share, subscribe, join the Discord. Links are in the description below. Today, I'm going to be working on my corner to corner blanket. Hold it up so I can see. Yeah, I haven't gotten very far. So today, it's like I showed off the yarn that I bought at Joann's 2 weeks ago, I think. And I'm using, grab it off the floor, up this cake o yarn here. This is I have no idea. It's over here somewhere. That ain't it. Okay. I'm being overrun by stuff. Anyway, this is Brene Baby Blanket Dappled. It's a super bulky number 6, and it's a 10.5 ounce cake o yarn, 300 grams, 220 yards, 201 meters. And the colorway is Peachy Keen. Okay, I did not know that. All right, that's what it is, and I'm using, put that over there, what am I using? Oh god, why do they do this? It's yellow and the type on it is in white, so I don't know how well you can see that because I have no idea. It is a size L 8mm hook, boy hook, because I don't have a set of clovers yet. They're just a wee bit expensive, and I keep looking up instead of looking down because I'm used to my being on the monitor. So, and I've got my handy dandy timer set to 30 minutes. So I'm going to do 30 minutes, take a break, and then do another 30 minutes and done. And I'm starting now. So this is like trying to get this blanket. I want it to be 4 foot by 6 foot, I think, or close to it. As soon as I get like this part to like the bottom part to 4 feet, I will measure it and then like see how it goes, and then I can start building the side up to 6 feet. So hopefully, this is a bulky yarn. Hopefully this will work. 1, 2, 3, 4, and off I go. Starting another row. I don't know how many rows I've done so far, but oh, come on. Don't start with me. There we go. Let me get this counted real quick, too. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And 3. Yeah. Using this bulky yarn has been an adventure. Flip my stuff over so I can start my row here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really close to finishing up the the crocheted hat and scarf set. I'm almost done with the scarf. After this, I'm gonna measure it, because I decided, I was like, I got it to like about 4 feet, and I'm like, oh nope, it's too short. So I'm gonna go to 5 feet and then check it again, because I like to be able to wrap my scarf around. I don't want to like need something for it unless it's like a keyhole scarf, which I haven't done one of those in a while either. But I like being able to wrap my scarf around my neck. That way I'm warm. And hopefully that will be ready to go maybe next week, unless I can get it done like before this weekend's over. But I've got to declutter, as there's just so much stuff floating around. It's like you can't see all of it, but there's like a ton of stuff over there, yarn, a ton of stuff over here, more yarn. And I got books and stuff just sitting out, and I need to put those away. And I have to start with the bedroom first. I still do not have a light or a lamp in my bedroom. The light I did have, the switch, it was one of those you could switch, had like a little dial switch on it, but the switch had a short in it, and I'm like going, nope, it's not safe anymore, so I got rid of it. So I'm just, oh no, I screwed it up already. Let me backtrack. I'm not supposed to chain 3, I'm supposed to chain 2. Alright. Oopsies. It happens. And I'm going to try to shoot a couple of videos tonight before I go to bed, so I have some content for you guys this week. And I am going to do the basic crochet stitches video. I got it all of it worked out now. Wrote down in my notebook what I need to do, so I'm not messing it up as I go, because that was the problem I had the last time. I didn't write stuff down. I thought I could do it from memory. I was wrong. So that should be ready to go. And I will be doing a knit hat and scarf as well, but I want to start the shooting the knit along video series soon as well. But I've got like I said, I gotta declutter this apartment. I gotta clean. It's just it's a mess. This place is just extremely too small for all the stuff that I do. The crafting, the knitting, the crocheting, the sometimes sewing, sometimes jewelry making. It reminds me, I need to get some like wire. I don't have any sturdy wire anymore. The wire I've got is like super thin, or not thin enough to hold, or not thick enough to hold a shape. So I need to do that eventually too. I can't buy that stuff online. I have to actually go to the store and look at it, get my specific gauge that I need. Hell, you're not treble crocheting, dang it. And it's like, I'm still trying to find a better way to make these, but I've got limited space. I've got this piano over here, so I can't exactly back up any further. My mic doesn't swivel, so I'm limited to that as well. Oh, my kingdom for like a better space. Hopefully next year I can actually get that started, or get going on that, because this is ridiculous. I need space for me and all my hobbies. Come on, get through. There we go. Yeah, I haven't done a big corner to corner project before. The only two that I did were scarves. So this ought to be interesting. How can I handle all of this in my lap all at once? Probably about as good as I handle my son's blanket. That's getting like really getting some high length to it. I can't wait to oh my goodness. I can't wait to finish that and get that off my plate. I'm also working on the last strip of my double knit blanket, lapgan, throw, whatever you want to call it. So I've started on block 1 of 10. There are 30 rows. It would be, by the time I finish that last strip, it'll be 300 rows. It's 30 rows per block, and there's 10 blocks, so it's 300 rows. I've gotten 10 done, so I have 290 rows to go. And it takes a minute because I have to chart out on my computer the pattern, because I cannot print anything. So I have to like be at the desk staring at the what have I been using? Affinity Designer. Yeah, Affinity Designer. So I can actually see what I'm doing. That last block on that one, the last strip I finished last weekend. Oh, I made a color mistake on it, and I think I talked about this. I was not happy. I didn't make I made a mistake on one side. The mistake didn't travel to the second side, and I didn't realize it until 3 rows later. So I'm like, oh my god, ripping back color work um sucks. It's terribly difficult, and nobody showed you how to do it if the mistake was only on one side. It was all, oh, if you did the color opposite colors on either one of those sides here, you just take them down and use a crochet hook and do it back up. And I'm like, that's, I don't understand this. So I painstakingly frogged it back using my knitting needles. And I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Let's try not to make a mistake. I mean, there's one more mistake in that, but you can't see it because it's yellow on white. So, I mean, I even forgot where it's at. So if I can't see it, I'm not worried about it. It's a blanket for me or whoever wants to use it when they're here. That's fine. I don't think anybody's gonna notice. They just want to be warm. No, it's like I'm working this up. If this turns out really good, I kind of want to make one of these for myself in like a different color because the red one where I started, that was a clearance yarn. And I don't know if it's clearance because it's being discontinued or what's going on. I have no idea. I might have to look it up. Hopefully background noises aren't coming across the microphone. People have been running in and out of their apartments all night long since I got off work. So I don't know. I think it would be a little late to be going to like the balloon festival that's going on right now, which that was so much fun taking that detour this morning on the way to work. Because this time last year, I got COVID. So I avoided it. And then when I was driving to go to work this morning, I'm like, why did they block the roads off? I don't remember them doing it last year. And then it dawned on me, no, I was sick. I was at home for 2 weeks. So I missed the whole thing. And I'd seen like, at least a dozen balloons in the air this morning. There might have been more. But as soon as I got out of the parking lot here, I like see one just right there behind this house. I mean, it was probably further back, but those things are huge. So my depth was not exactly on it. But it was like right there, and then I'm driving, and there's like off to the left, right in my blind spot where my windshield and the side they were like right there, and you couldn't really see them unless you turned to look. But I'm driving, so I can't really exactly turn to look because I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, that's going on this weekend. I don't know if they're doing the balloon glow tonight. I was like, I'm not going down there. There were already people at like 7 o'clock and probably before that in the morning walking over to Memorial Park. It was a lot of people this morning, and there were probably way more after I got to work. I'm not sure how many people balloonists is that the term showed up for that this weekend because it's going on today, Sunday, and on Monday. which is Labor Day. They do it like like right before Labor Day. I think I went to one once, and of course, the one time I go, it rained. That was like no fun. That was years ago though. My kids were really little. So that was like, it's raining. I need to seek shelter. It was either raining or really got cold, which is not the case this weekend. It's still like 70 degrees outside. It's hot. Like I'm looking forward to fall. As long as we get to have fall for more than 2 seconds before winter sets in. I mean, there are already leaves at my work on the trees there changing to yellow. It's like I texted a photo to my youngest daughter. She's like, Halloween is upon us. And I'm like, oh no. Yeah, I don't have any Halloween projects. Which I need to I need to change that. I mean, I got a Halloween decoration. It's been sitting out since last Halloween. It was a pumpkin. Got it at the Dollar Tree. Uh, it was marked down as a discount because the little stem wasn't was slightly detached from it. So I was like, all right. Brought it home, craft glued it, stuck it down. Good as new. I spent $2.50 on it. It was a $5 item originally, but got it for $2.50. Fixed it, and it's been sitting over there on my TV stand, well, card table, for like a year. And seeing as this place is so small, I can't put up a Christmas tree. I had my daughter make a star and put it on the stem on the pumpkin. So we call it our Christmas pumpkin. Yep, gotta make do with what space I have. I'd like to gain more of it back. I need to get through some stuff in this place so I can actually declutter, get rid of things. I probably discussed this before, but I had papers I needed to shred, and when I was going through them, it was a big plastic bag of them. And the oldest one I saw was like over 20 years old. And I'm like, oh, well, this is fun. So that took 3 hours to do, and I was just like, oh, this is killing me. It's like I should have bought a shredder a long time ago. But I didn't. I got one now. That does get used. It's like as soon as I get another stockpile of papers I need to shred, but not as much as I had before, it's going to get used again. And I won't have to empty it that often. I wish I had a better way, a better space to do this in, because I don't want to do it over on my couch, because it's a production just to get over there. Yeah, if I could just sell the drum set that's taking up my corner over here, that would be nice. I've been trying to get rid of that drum set for 3 years now. I don't have space for it. I can't set it up. It would take up this entire living room. I mean, there are some things I will keep. Like the set of drumsticks that I bought that fit my hand because I have small hands. And my practice pad. I also bought brushes. Yeah, I'm going to keep that too. Yeah. Dang it. Trying to chain with this is a pain. Slightly a pain. What's my time? I have 12 minutes. Really? Okay. Maybe I'll get through, I don't know, at least halfway. Shoot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, fourth chain. Fourth chain from the hook. Alright, this requires concentration. Trying to do anything into a chain takes longer than anything else. That's one. Yeah. This is fiddly. 2. And 3. Maybe. I've got to figure out how to get crochet looser chains. Okay. Flip. Again. Go back the other direction. Yeah, and I have to set the cake on the floor because if I tried, I don't have any space up here. I've got my web camera here. It's sitting on 5-7 notebook, my crochet school book. My mic is right here. My phone is here. I've got tons of other junk up here. And it's like, yeah, I can't exactly, can't do it. Can't have my ball up on the desk. Which is fine, because it's worked from the outside, and I'd rather it sit on the floor than, like, me trying to, like, wrap it off of it and knock it off onto the floor. Because then you're chasing yarn everywhere. Trying to find a decent ball winder that isn't going to break 2 seconds after you use it. But I can't justify getting that right now. I've got too much stuff already. I've got too many projects going. I have things I gotta do. In order to bring anything else in here, I have to get rid of stuff. And a lot of it is just things I've held on to for far too long that needs to go. Like, I will hold on to boxes. Unless it's a really good box or a good size box, I should probably chuck it. You know? Which I haven't done. I also got a computer, my old computer, just sitting over there. I need to double check to make sure I got everything I possibly can off of it, and then do something with it. It's got to go, because it's taking up space. And I really can't really see what I'm doing. Ugh. Yeah, so far so good. I like how this is turning out. I just wish... Oh, yeah, I think I said in some episode of something or other that I was hoping that when the yarn changed color, it wasn't going to be a knotted color change. It wasn't. The red was knotted to the pink. Yeah, the light pink. And that was the only time in that first cake that it did that. So, and I haven't had that happen in this one. So far, so good. But we'll find out if it does it on the other red one, the burgundy one. Hopefully it won't, because that would make me sad. Come on, go through that loop. Yeah, I told my youngest daughter, don't expect this for Christmas. She'll probably get it for Christmas. If it works up as quick as I think it's going to work up. I don't work on it every day because I got other things I got to finish, like the turtles. Oh, come on. Because I need to make, well, I started on another small turtle. And then I finished the little turtle head. But I'm sitting there going, I really should start making the turtle that they're going to go into. That way I'm not making a bunch of tiny turtles. Well, they're not really small, but I don't want to make too many and they won't fit. And I'm trying to figure out how to go about doing it. So I made a African flower hexagon earlier. And I've been just looking at other people's turtles. They use just the one and then call it done. But I was like, I need a bigger one because I want it to hold all the smaller turtles. So I'm trying to like figure that out. I think I need to make 2 hexagons and then a bunch of pentagons. And then figure it out from there. I think I might have to do half hexagon. I mean, I have, what do you call it? I have something saved off onto Pinterest that have all of them on there. And it's just a matter of just going and looking. But that's for another day. It's going to be September in a couple hours. And it's like, where the heck did August go? I blinked and poof, there it went. Would love it to just be like 70 degrees outside with a nice gentle breeze. So it's not so hot. We're still getting 80s for the temperature, 80s and upper 80s. Hopefully it's done hovering around 90. That was just way too much, way too hot. When I'm at work, it's so hot in the building. I mean, there are a couple of like AC vents that I will go hang out in for a little bit just to cool down. Because if I get too hot, I get nauseous. And it's no fun. It's like, especially now, I'm going to be working by myself for who knows how long. So I'm going to be doing everything by myself. Again, for the time being. I think it's like 34 rooms a week. Which is still more than what anybody else does a week. By like 4. Plus all the other stuff that I have to do in between that. So that'll be interesting. That starts my next work week, which is 2 days from now. But this comes out on Monday, so I go back to work tomorrow. I'm shooting this on a Saturday night because Sunday, like I said, I've got to declutter. Like I have to do the bedroom during the day and When the sun starts going down, then or I can't see anymore in my room because the sun's going down or the light changed, I'll come in here and work on the living room. Because, well, my yarn's not completely out of control, but I need to, like, not buy anymore for the time being. Much to the dismay of my ice yarns cart. But I have to wait on that. Hopefully I can get it in about 2 months. Because it's a whole cart full of sock yarn, so I can have it for my sock yarn blanket over here. Because I'm trying to only just buy the yarn that I need when I need it. Except for when I went a little nuts at Walmart last month. Or was it earlier this month? I don't remember. I think it was earlier this month. So I could get yarn for projects for the channel. I'm going to hopefully start the knit along soon. Not sure if that will be tonight or not. I have to get through the crochet stitches video first. And then when I get that scarf done, well, not completely done. As soon as I get it crocheted up and I can start showing how to do the fringe. And that reminds me, I need to find something to wrap the fringe around. I don't have a sturdy piece of cardboard that isn't still attached to a box. Okay. Alright. I'll pick it up from here. And taking a break. If you've been working with me, take a break as well. Yeah. Let's see. I'm hot, so I'm going to turn my AC back on and take a break for a little bit. And I'll see you in about 10. I hope you enjoyed your break. I sure did. I'm stepping on my yarn. There we go. Get it off my feet. Get my timer set back. And away we go for a shush phone. Yeah. I'll watch it later. Anyway, come on. Okay. I'm gonna pick back up where I left off at right here. I almost got to the end. Almost, not quite. I'm hoping maybe I can get two more rows done on this before the timer runs out. Yeah, all right. Trying to think, what else is going on? I don't have a clue. It's like I still would like to know what kind of projects you want to make and what I can teach you how to do. I mean, I have ideas. I just need to have the time to actually make the content for it. I do have a list. I do have spreadsheets and like elaborate schedules spreadsheet on LibreOffice, just so I know what I've got done and what I'm doing, and I haven't kept up with it for a minute. Oh, come on, I dropped my stitch. Try that again, just to set it up and keep track of everything. Almost at the end. I got 2 more blocks to go. Yeah, I'm hoping that when I get through, I'm hoping to get through the bedroom declutter completely tomorrow. Dang it, dropped it again. So I can like put stuff away in places. I know there's like I've got too much stuff that I need to sort through. Either keep, toss, or repurpose. Or sell. I'd like to sell my drum set. That would get rid of a ton of nonsense over in my corner there. Fourth chain from the hook. Oh, it's hot in here, but I can't have the AC on. It's too loud. And the ceiling fan isn't really helping. Yeah, it's a little hard to see these stitches too in the blanket yarn. Half tempted, excuse me, to get a bunch of these because I have a oh my god, why is this being a pain to me tonight? I do have a miter squared blanket that I made and finished a couple of years ago, but I need to get a backing on it so I can like use it. So I'm like extremely half tempted to get some of this stuff, more of this, like this, also, to put it on the back and be done with it. Because I'm sitting there, I was like, man, I can't lay it down to measure it, to get fabric for it. So I'm like, and I don't want to sew. I'd rather like, oh, I'm gonna have to figure that out because this is a lot bigger than worsted weight yarn, which is what that blanket's made out of. Took about 3 years to make, off and on. And it was like, oh, I couldn't wait to get done with it. I finally finished it, washed it, and it's been in a bag ever since. Might just get like, I don't know. Excuse me. Dry air. It's like hot in here and I'm yapping. Just do like, I'd probably use a smaller hook than an 8mm, or as much as I can get away with a smaller hook, so there's no like air gaps. That's the reason why I don't use it just one layer. I need like a second layer, because at right now I have a knitted ish log cabin blanket that I made. I made one side and I was like, all right, let me just make a second side. But air gets through it, and winter in Colorado is kind of cold, especially if the heat's not working, which happens frequently because this place is old. So, and I get cold, so I have been using like 3 blankets to stay warm in the winter. And I kind of want to not do that. I just want one blanket so I'm not like sleeping, because I don't know how it happens, But I'll have my log cabin blanket on top, and I've got this other blanket I use underneath it to keep the air from hitting me because I don't like being cold. Um, and I'll end up sometime in the middle of the night kicking that blanket out from under the top blanket. I don't know how it happens, it just does. But I'd like to not have to deal with that at all. And I probably won't use double crochet for that either. Probably use single crochet and a smaller hook. Not sure what hook size is actually. It actually recommended an L size hook, but the project that's on the ball band I think wanted an N. As I fling things onto the floor, let's see. If I turn it right side up, I can actually read it. Yeah. Huh? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah. It recommends an L. This one doesn't have the pattern on it. This one, on the other hand, does. I don't know. Yeah, this one wanted a US N15, a 10 millimeter hook. I'm like, yeah, no. Let's see. Just the L. Yeah, that's the N's a way bigger hook. I'm trying to think what is. This is an L. K. J. I might test it with a J or a K hook. Oh, I mean, I'll test it with both. Just to see what I like better. And if there's like not a lot of gaps. Oh, what happened here? Why is this being weird? Let's try that again. Had too long of a chain stitch. And it was acting funky. There we go. Because this is like super soft, super warm, as it is right now, and it's like I said earlier, 70 degrees outside, and I don't have my AC on, so it's like it's a little toasty right now. What am I stuck on? What is this doing? I'll move my yarn away so it's not like not having issues, feeling like it's like stuck on the cake. I am like, I didn't think I would like it, but I am enjoying the cake yarn. The yarn that's all caked up and stuff. I do enjoy that. Definitely not center pull, because that's sadness right there. Snagged my Lion Brand mandala yarn on something, and it pulled the entire center out of it. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit there and try to find the end of that yarn, so I'll just work it from the outside, and which is what I did. And I'm working the second cake from the outside as well. Seriously? What in... Come on, yarn. Here. How about you sitting next to me on the floor and behave? Yeah. And if I don't know if I'll get to... If the timer runs out, I'll finish the row that I'm on. Okay, what did I do? Trying to... Where am I? 1, 2... Got lost for a second. Yeah, because the cake yarn comes in really cool looking like colorways. And I'm like, where was this yarn like years ago? It's like the only thing we really had was, excuse me, I don't think it came, it was just like the variegated yarns in worsted weight. But the only thing that came in like any kind of like self striping or self patterning yarn was like sock yarn. There wasn't any that I could remember in a size 4. But now we got them in all kinds of sizes. Size 6. Oh my goodness. Get through there. And like every kind you weight of yarn you can think of, that's it comes in those. And it's not just limited to sock yarn anymore. I mean, I like self-patterning sock yarn. I just can't find any of it anymore because all the ones I've used have been discontinued. And it's like my little blanket over there basically is made right now all of with discontinued yarn. You can't get that yarn anymore. Come on. It's like, why can't this be better to double crochet? It's like every time I try to double crochet, sometimes I can get it to go through without having to move my work or hook my hook around. It's like I don't have that. 2, 3, come on. And I know I'm not, oh good grief. My yarn fell over. I forgot what I was going to say. Shoot. Dang it. What was I talking about? I don't even remember now. The awkward silence is awkward. Probably edit and upload this so I could have some air conditioning time before starting on the crochet stitches video, which I'll also edit and upload and have that come out either tomorrow or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday because I have to output 2 different ones, one for left-handed, one for right. And I'll have to measure this when I'm finished shooting the video, just so I can see where I'm at. Now, come on. Ah, saved it. Not sure how many rows I've done. I think I've done 2. And this is row 3. Now I've run out of things to talk about. Other than awkward silence. I don't know, 1 hour is a nice round number. Like the last one wasn't exactly an hour because there was no way I was going to be able to get through another row of what I was doing in like 2 minutes. Because it was each of those rows on my son's blanket takes about roughly 6 minutes to do one row. It's 182 stitches across, I think. Oh, come on. I'm not sure if I'll have any yarn left over from this. Would be nice. Oh yeah, I was making I used the blanket yarn to try to make headbands, and then it's like I made one knit one crochet one, and I realized I really didn't like it, so I'm gonna frog those. They're sitting over here somewhere in the pile of stuff that's on my poor piano. Would be nice to actually see my piano and use my piano again. I just need to get all this stuff put back up where it goes. Look, yarn, stop moving on me. Am I the only one that talks to my yarn when it's misbehaving? Probably. Okay. This row is almost done. Or if, depending on where it is, I may not be able to, probably won't finish the row. So I'm going to check my time here in a sec. After I get done with that and chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not going to get through the end of this row. That's not going to happen. I'll make the effort, but there's 9.5 minutes left, so there was 12 left the last time. There was no way I didn't get done with it. 2, 3, 4th chain from the hook. Yeah, that's the only thing about this yarn. It's hard to see. It's hard to see your stitches because it's so fuzzy. Where is that stitch? That's the one I just did. There we go. Yeah, this kind of yarn isn't for like intricate patterns and whatnot. So basically you just like single crochet, double crochet, or half double crochet. I probably wouldn't do any more than double crochet, honestly, with this stuff. Because if you've done the taller stitches like treble crochet, or even the ridiculous triple treble crochet, which I will teach. I don't know what I would use it for, but it exists, so I'm going to teach it. I wouldn't go any taller than that. That would just be insane. And I plan on teaching other pattern stitches as well. That way I can have like a complete a set. I wish I do wish YouTube had like the ability to let you create sub playlists. You know how like on your computer you have a folder structure, like say for my patterns I have a patterns main folder, and then I have a knit subfolder and a crochet subfolder, and then I have separate folders in those folders. That way you could drill it down and not have everything just in one essential folder. Like I think I have 4 playlists. Knit, crochet, UFO2FO, FOYB. Because I would like to be able to make, like, especially in the crochet playlist, a left-handed playlist and a right-handed playlist. Because I don't want to just have those sitting in there by themselves. I'd like to be able to, like, separate them. Without having, like, main playlists like that. I'll probably just complete the stitch that I'm on when the timer goes off. Because it's not one of those that, oh no, you have to like totally concentrate. If you can't leave it in the middle of a row, I can leave this in the middle of a row. If I could actually complete a double crochet, that'd be nice. Yeah. So it's not like it's not like knitting. Knitting, you really shouldn't leave it in the middle because it'll stretch the stitch that it's on. But there's like exceptions to that, especially if you're like knitting in the round. You can get to the end of the round and slip your stitch marker over and then like do the first stitch right past it. You can leave it like that, but like if you're on straight needles or you're using circular needles, like straight needles or whatever, you don't want to leave it in the middle of a stitch. It'll stretch your yarn out, which is no good. Oh, and the shenanigans next door have started. It was quiet for 2 seconds. And it's like what? It's just after 9. I'll probably stay up till about midnight editing and shooting videos because it's my day off. For the next 2 days after today. That was the one thing I hated about working overnights. 2 days off didn't really feel like 2 days off because you got off work at like 6 o'clock in the morning the next day on your day off. So it would always feel like it wasn't 2 complete days. But working that first week that I worked the day shift a year and a half ago, it was weird to me because I was like, it's still daylight outside at like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm leaving work and I actually have all this time to do stuff before I have to go to bed. It was weird to me because I hadn't had that for like 6 years. Or actually not 6 years. 8.5, 9 years. Because I had worked overnights and then they couldn't hire anybody to work overnight anymore, so we moved to like an evening shift. And then I ended up being the only one working that evening shift. because everybody else either quit or got fired. I'm just in there, just doing my thing. Every day, 5 days a week, which is what I do now. Every day, 5 days a week. I wish I wish I could have the AC on. Now I can't put a fan over here either because then that'll mess with the microphone. I've already got some other kind of electronic messing with the microphone already, and I cannot figure out what it is. And hopefully you can't hear it. But I know I'm going to have to like turn the volume up when I go to edit because I'm like really far from my microphone. I'm like about 2 feet away from it. And I don't have enough space over here to put my other microphone next to me, which is what I do over there now. I don't have it angled down anymore. I just set it straight up and make sure that the front of the microphone is aiming in my general direction. I can't exactly do it right here. If I didn't have the L-shaped desk, I probably could. But I can't exactly go out and get a different desk right now as much as I really want to. Because I want to be able to have a 3 monitor setup. Get Oh, this blanket is warm. Which would be great if it was cold. Ah! That's the end of my timer. So I'm going to finish this block I'm on. Which I have 2 more stitches, and then I'll, like, do what I need to get it ready for the next block. There. Slippy stitch it. And chain 2. And call this session over. Ah, this is what I have left of this cake of yarn. As I drop it on the floor, this is how much I had left of my row. You can't really see it very well. But yeah, I think I got 4, maybe 3 rows done. 4? I don't know. I didn't count. But anyway, I'm going to like stop recording and then I'm going to measure this and see where I'm at. Let me know what you worked on during this session, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.